Today we're going to be making our own GIF, and a GIF is a small animated file that you can save into your website or put on other things that you have, such as Facebook or anything else. So let's go ahead and get started with how to make your GIF today. To begin with, you need to be in Internet Explorer. Chrome is not going to be working as well for this one, so please make sure that you are in Internet Explorer. Next, what you're going to be doing is if you go to gifmaker.me, and for this one the .me kind of messes up if you type it in as a URL. It's not a URL, so go ahead and just search for the GIF maker. And next, what you're going to be doing is you are going to be needing a couple of images. For your images, I'm going to be asking that you create some very simple pictures in Paint. So for your very simple pictures, one thing that I commonly say or suggest to people is something easy to create would be an emoji. So if you're going to go ahead and create something, you can create something as very simple, and you're going to be making a progressive picture. So this is going to be the beginning of my project, and I'm going to go ahead and whenever I save this, I'm going to save as. Make sure that you're saving this to your website folder in your H drive, and you'll notice that whenever you go to do this, it's going to be titled Untitled. We want to make sure and title it, and 1 is going to be just fine. It cannot be we're not going to use a PNG. It is best if you go ahead and just use a JPEG. So I'm going to go ahead and save this one. Now I have already made a couple of pictures that I'm going to go ahead and use. So this is one from an animation unit in 7th grade. I'm going to use square 1, 2, 3. You can see that as it goes through, it's going to start creating something more with each and every single picture. I want to remind you not to draw don't redraw every single picture. Instead, you're supposed to be adding something on very simple and then saving each and every time. Alright, so let's go ahead and go back to our GIF maker. So whenever you are creating your pictures, I'm going to recommend that you make 8 to 10 pictures. So that's not going to be too much of a drawing workload for you. So let's go ahead and start with uploading our images. And when we upload these, give me just a minute. Here's all of my animation pictures that I was just showing you. Notice that they are JPEG files. If I want to see these, I can right click and I can view them so that I can see exactly the ones that I want. And here's an old one that wasn't quite finished. Let's go ahead and go to my square one. So I'm going to start out with this, and you notice I don't want the picture 1, so what I can do instead is I can hit the Control key and start going through and selecting the ones that I do want. So let's go ahead. I'm going to make mine until the end of the picture. And for mine, I already have this, so I'm going to make it a little bit longer than it needs to be for yours. So I'm going to go ahead and have all of these. I'm going to open them and put them into my file. I'm going to go ahead and let that load. So that took about 30 seconds to load, and I can see that my GIF is already starting to work. And I've got a couple that if I wanted to rearrange them, I could drag the images and kind of rearrange them. I have a couple of photos down here, or a couple of JPEGs that I'm not at the end here. He starts to walk away, so I'm going to go delete a couple of these. Some other things you can do, you can really work with your canvas size. So kind of think in your project how much you're wanting to have on your website. So think about the space that you have available. You can also think about the speed of your animation and how fast you want it to go through its cycle. It's pretty common. I'm going to go ahead and make it around here, maybe a little faster. Alright, some other things that we can do. Let's go ahead and we're going to start by creating your GIF animation. Next, we're going to, after it's created, it took just a few moments, I'm going to go ahead and download this. When I download it, I do need to make sure that I know where I downloaded it to. So I'm going to go ahead and do I want to open or save this from GIF Maker? I'm going to go ahead and say save. And if I choose Save As, if you just choose Save, you're not going to know where it went. So I'm going to go ahead and go to Save As. When I go to save as, you want to make sure that you're putting it on your H drive, and it should go in with your folder. You can make a new folder for it if you wanted to make a new folder, which you could do up here, or you could put it inside your website folder. So I'm going to go ahead and recommend that you put it in your website folder. This is going to be Square. I'm going to save that. Next up, we're going to go ahead and go add it to our website in just a moment. Now that I'm back on my website, I'm going to go ahead, and this is the exact same way that you are going to add an image. So if you go here, you're going to go ahead and upload your images. When you upload your images, go ahead and search. Make sure you should have saved it and know where your project's at. And I just messed up and went to the wrong place. It's in website, and I have my square man. Notice that it is a GIF file. And I'm going to go ahead and add that. So I can take this, add my image, and it's already playing. Alright, whenever you are finished today with all of your things that I have assigned you for your website, make sure that you go over the checklist, adding your GIF in, and then you're going to need to hit publish. Whenever you hit publish, it's going to come up with a second screen here. You're going to say publish. When you are finished, you are going to need to go to, it's got a lot of information here. You are going to need to go to your account site, and you're going to need to copy your URL. So let's go ahead and get our URL. So whenever I did publish it, notice that this is one that came up, and I clicked right off of it, but I did need this. So I'm going to go ahead, and this is my URL. You're going to need to copy that, and I clicked on it, so it's going to go to my live page. This is my live page as it's working right now. You're going to need to go ahead and copy your URL that's at the top of the page for your website, and I'm going to go ahead and copy that. Then you're going to go into your Google Classroom, and if you can add a comment, so I'm going to go ahead and paste in, this is my Mrs. Rao's web page right here. I can go ahead and post that, and this is my web page for the class. Thank you very much, and on Friday we're going to be doing all of our reviews on websites. Have a nice day.